education as corporate social responsibility, funding of education to be included as part of CSR is in fact a proposal that Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, chairperson of Biocon, had talked about with us before the budget. Are you happy, Mrs. Shaw, with that?
Yeah, I think, to begin with, I'm quite, pleased with this budget because it is both prudent and populist. But as you say, I think there are some positive signals coming from the finance minister. I think the CSR aspect of what corporates can do in terms of investing in development is very important. And like I said, investing in not just the educational sector but also in skill building, in startups, in the MSME sector. I think just to give a fillip to this manufacturing and services sector, I think is very important. Apart from that, I think there's been a very important signal given by the finance minister in terms of addressing our current account deficit, where he clearly said that foreign direct investment and FII is imperative to bridge this $75 billion gap that we are staring at. So I think these are important aspects, but I think you really need to now see that we implement on what we intend to do, because like Shekhar said, the budget is only an intent. How we implement it is really going to, make us strong or make us sustainable. So I think that's what I really want to see, because I really want to see how we focus on deregulation, disinvestment. Now we need to see more granularity in this whole disinvestment intention. I agree with Naina that trying to capitalize the state-run public sector banks is not really the way forward. I really think we needed to have looked at disinvesting or reducing our investment levels, which are at 70%. Rather than spending this 14,000 crores that is being proposed.
All right, so implementation
these are some of my off-the-cuff remarks.
Right. Also, a quick reaction from you on the one announcement that's clearly trending the most, and that is clearly the announcement to set up the first women's PSU bank. Your thoughts on that one?
Well, obviously, it's a welcome step. It really certainly, helps with the sentiments that are there today. I think, in fact, women, have been fairly high on the FM's budget agenda, because a lot of things have been rolled out for women in particular. And this by the women, for the women kind of a bank is certainly something which is welcome. But, as Naina said, it's a very small part of the budget, but certainly a welcome move.
All right, last question before we let you go. Anything in this budget which you think will help us achieve the growth rates of 6.1 to 6.7%, clearly ambitious target that has been set out for the next financial year?
Well, I really haven't seen the enabling aspects of getting the manufacturing sector kick-started, apart from the 15% investment allowance, which I think should have been much higher, because I'm really worried that, you are not going to see the kind of capital inflows that are required by just having a 15% investment allowance. I think it needs to be much larger, because I think the cost of capital in India and the poor infrastructure that we have to contend with is not going to drive investment into manufacturing and the kind of expansion activities that we need to see. Moreover, I would have liked to have seen much bolder kind of announcement on infrastructure development. Okay, there are some, policies that have been, announced, but I think we should have done much more than that. So let's see if we can really drive 6% growth. But having said that, at least there's nothing negative that has come out from this budget. I would have liked to have seen a lot more for the healthcare sector. I think the pharma sector itself is a big sector which has been neglected, at this budget, because we are really grappling with, huge regulatory issues, price control issues, and, there is no respite.